You did tell him to go.
I know. He's ready and waiting.
These are going to be cold.
Oh, the ice packs? No, probably not. There's ice packs in the freezer, though. So we're kind of getting things lined out today. We're working all the herd, and then we are also going to be pulling out the girls that we're going to be AIing. So there's about 30 head or so. We're going to AI just to the one bull. We have semen pulled off of cash, so that's the agenda today.
Cedar gun.
Yep. So we have all our meds. Just fill in the box real quick. We use the Easy Breed cedars. We kind of talk about it as we get over there and get going this morning. It's easier to talk while we're doing it than, like, everything else. A lot of our cattle stuff, we don't do on the basis, like, things that we use. Oh, yeah, I need that. There's one in here already. I've got two. Do you want to put this box away? Oh, she won't fit in there.
These?
Yeah, you can. No, those aren't cold. Well, I guess I can put it on top. Then keep that box. But you can throw this box away. Implant. What I was saying is, like, there's some things that we just don't use, like, on a daily basis. One of them is our cattle back box. We use it mainly when we're working cattle. Like, that's the purpose of it. So we kind of have the bigger box, and today it's going to hold all our stuff. I like it because it's got all the caddies, so when we get things organized over there, we'll put our bottles in here, and we'll have syringes and needles. You'll need these longer ones when we start using for AI, because we got to get in the tail head of things. But we're only AI in 30, not the whole head. And we'll kind of just talk about the process when we get over there.
This one, not calves.
So Monday we were able to get off all the triticale. We've got it all wrapped, and now Jason is working on putting more lime down to get the ground prepared for alfalfa. It has rained on and off the last several days. He attempted to go out with the disc and kind of see if we couldn't get it broke up. We gotta get these root wads cleared up, but it's not happening yet. So he said, we don't have time to wait for it necessarily to dry out. We have too much lime to put on. I can't even remember how many times. I know that there's 5 loads here of lime that he has to spread on here. So we're using my new 6S, the Black Beauty, and the BBI Liberty card. We're spreading lime, and hopefully in the next few days we'll catch a break. It'll dry out. We can get the ground worked up and get the alfalfa planted. But in the meantime, we also have like the new alfalfa that we planted last year. It's ready to cut. He's talking about mowing that on Monday, Tuesday, and it'll take a couple days to prepare, and then we'll bale that, and then hopefully by then this will be ready and we can get this planted.
Putting on 2.6 tons, but I gotta make 2 passes to get that done.
Yeah.
So I'm putting on 1.3 each time on this.
But you'd already fertilized it. You and Jalen did that last month and a half ago.
We got refertilized now.
Oh.
Yeah, we got to put more on now.
Oh.
When I till this up, and then I get the alfalfa analysis that we're going for, then I'll put that on as well.
Okay.
So I'll put more fertilizer on it. That fertilizer was just to get the triticale, and I'll probably have some residual off that, but not enough for it to keep going. But we'll want to incorporate the fertilizer in the soil, because once we till it this time, it won't get tilled again for a long time. So I want to get that all done. That's why I'm trying to apply the lime now. It's a little muddy, but we're going to till it up anyway, and
we got to get it done.
hopefully we'll have hay to mow here later, or the beginning of the week, so we got to get this done. That way that's one less thing out of the way. So when as soon as it does dry up, then we'll come in, we'll disc this, and start preparing the ground to get ready to plant alfalfa.
Farming when you're running auto steer. Today we are working on disking up the ground that's right by the house. Last week you saw us pull off the triticale. Jason limed it on Saturday, I think. I don't know, a couple of days ago. Now he's calling. What do you think Rock singing? Hey gang, welcome back. We are working some dirt today, Roxy and I are. Jason started it. He was going to work on some other things, getting the baler ready, serviced, hauling some wet bales to the cattle farm so I can get that disc up there, moving some brush. So we're kind of tag teaming this dirt work stuff. We are in the field right behind the house, kind of by the shop area, what we kind of call the house field, the shop field. Originally, when we started YouTube, it was in alfalfa, then it went into corn, and then it went into oats, and then it went into soybeans, and now that it went into triticale, we've taken the triticale off this spring, and now we are ripping again, disking, and preparing the ground for alfalfa. So that has kind of been the plan of action for a little while. Okay, I don't know where exactly I left off because I've had about 3 different phone calls. 2 of them actually, were from the new doctors and the new team. So I'm going to kind of like talk and speed you guys up. Today, with what's going on, today is Wednesday. announced yesterday at St. Louis Children's Hospital, where everything is going to now take place. We were originally at Mizzou in Columbia. Now we are shifting and going to St. Louis with Keaton, which is a blessing, that we're not having to go to Mayo or Indianapolis or any of these other out-of-state things. Like, we're home, which is great. We have been working the last couple of weeks to get Keaton a service dog. So for those that have followed along, we had puppies in November. It happened right after the benefit. Like, I didn't sleep much for a while, but we had our first litter of Roxy and Ryder puppies, which we kept back a couple for ourselves. Initially, Jason and I were wanting a dog to replace Ryder so that Ryder wouldn't have to work as hard, and because he is putting on a little bit of age, and you just never know with healers what could happen, you know. So we kept back Rex, and we kept back Rip. Rip went to another home. Hold on, I have to turn around. Okay, I had to turn around and pay attention to what I was doing here, because I don't have mounts in the tractor yet. Like, we are not fully set up for hay season yet. Anyway, so we kept back Rex, we kept back Rip, and we were able to give Rip a new home where he is working cattle with an older gentleman a couple hours away from home, so it was a great fit for him. Anyway, Rex and Keaton have bonded over the last several months of being home, in and out, and Rex started picking up on some of Keaton's little headaches that he was having when he wasn't feeling the best, and I just brushed it off to Rex, like waking up at night and being like, okay, I need to go outside, I moved around, whatever, but he was initially picking up on cues as a service dog. We just didn't know that. But the last few weeks, I have been working diligently with different organizations and different people and different trainers and different doctors and all these things to get Keaton officially in with Rex as a service dog. So Rex this morning went to school with Keaton. He's got his official doggy papers. He's got his doctor's notice. He's got all these different things to start traveling with Keaton. And it just was like come full circle, because like I have Roxy in the tractor with me, and you know, it's the little things. Like, dogs and animals have these senses that we don't always pay attention to, but they have senses. They can't tell us other than to bark at us and nudge at us and nip and whatnot, but they can't talk to us like I'm talking to you. But they can pick up on so many things. So Keaton and I are working on a project, I guess, as if you would say, healing healers, using our own puppies to kind of help with the service side of stuff, or, you know, just open the door of communication for service dogs in general. Keaton and I have talked, I don't know, a lot over the last several months. But today we we were running to town, and we took Rex into the dollar store and came out and whatever, and he's like, Mom, I'm gonna have a hell of a story. I'm like, yeah, dude, yeah, you are. So we are kind of starting that. I've always been writing. That's my therapy per se, is to write. It always has been, and YouTube was just another avenue of that storytelling for me, you know, was to put it in video form, not just me writing my thoughts down. So the beeping that you're hearing is the auto steer being turned on. I never thought I needed auto steer. We never ran anything with auto steer until we got the first Massey 5S. And then last year we ran it, and I worked a lot of dirt in the other 6S with auto steer, and now we're breaking in the Black Beauty. So a lot of moving parts, a lot of farming content, a lot of doctor's appointments, a lot of different things. If you want to follow along with Keaton's story, you can go follow the Facebook page linked down below. It's called Strong Like Keaton. You can watch it kind of take place from the beginning. I put out updates and different things for him there. Prayers are always the best. God knows. God sees this. God has already saw the future. Like, He has a plan for Keaton. He has a plan for me. He has a plan for you. and you just have to accept it. So as you see the farming content kind of unfold this year, you're also going to see a lot of faith-based things. I'm not going to apologize for that. If faith isn't something you believe in, please, no negative. I don't need that in my life. I get enough of that as it is. Just bypass. Like, if you just want to see the farming stuff, put me on mute. Totally okay. But when I'm not in a hospital room with Keaton and taking care of him, my butt will be in a tractor, because that is what makes me happy. That is God's plan for me, was to be here. A friend and I were talking in depth about the butterfly theory, and I'll explain that. Go read my blog. Go read the blog, Chronicles of Kayla. Go read the butterfly thought. But we are all put in certain times, and it's the smallest thing. Like, I dumped a load of hay a couple of years ago during a really bad rainstorm. Her husband just happened to come up. It was like, hey, I'd never met him, by the way. Patted me on the shoulder like, hey, we all have accidents. It's no big deal. And the tears were flowing. And anyway, and 3 years later, she's like one of my best friends. Like, God put her in our lives for a reason. Like, she is the person that I go to because she's a pharmacist and a doctor, and she's a person that I truly know God put in our lives for a reason. She goes with us. She helps us with understand things. She helps give Keaton some of the medicine he needs when we're home. Just those things that are just so little, that, like, me dumping that hay and figuring out, you know, it's the little things. So now that I've talked and yacked and almost missed my ADOT, my auto steer. ADOT was from my finance world. I've talked a lot. I've missed you guys. I've missed being in the tractor. I've missed working, but I know God put me where I needed to be this winter. And thank you for tagging along with us and being a part of this story and watching it all unfold. It's crazy to me that we've been on YouTube. This will be our 6th hay season, and I'm here for it. I'm excited about it. Tractor time always makes me happy. Just all of the things. Just all the things.